Hey, what's going on, guys? So today what I thought I would do is I thought I would share a recorded consultation that I had with a client calling in. I do consultations on the channel, and so when people want some one-on-one time, then they can reach out and we go through whatever they need to go through and I help them out. So today I'm going to share one of those consultations with you, give you an idea of how the process goes, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, what's up, Mr. G? How you doing?
Hey, Eli. Great to reach out to you, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, thanks for being able to accommodate me here. I usually don't do consultations at this time, but today was a little bit different. I was a bit more flexible with the schedule, so I appreciate it, man. I'm looking forward to getting into whatever it is that you want to get into today.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I seen a couple of your videos and figured I'd give you a call. Well, first of all, my name's not Mr. G. That's just the handle that I use on my email handle or whatever. Name's Bubba G. Peckerwood. And I need your help, Eli. I mean, what the hell are you snickering about?
No. Sorry. Continue.
Well, anyway, I eat real clean, real good, you know, a man's diet, you know what I mean? But despite that, I got me some complications. Oh, I got me a patch of what looks like a fresh button mushrooms growing out my chest.
Ooh.
Pick 'em off, but them dang bastards keep done coming back for more. The skin on the face is hard, dry, black as the Grim Reaper's cowl. Feels like a sheet of goddamn tanner's leather. I take a dump at regular intervals. Once every goddamn Sunday. And when I do, feels like I'm giving birth to a hot, fuzzy porcupine doused in battery acid. I used to be an attractive man at some point. Relatively popular with the ladies. Did my fair share of gummy bumping on slippery Sundays, if you know what I mean.
Gummy bumping on slippery Sundays? No, I don't think I'm familiar with whatever that is.
Shut your yap, choir boy.
Wow, that's unnecessary, but okay, go on.
Well, the point is, I used to be an attractive young chap, but then there was a shift. Women started to have a look of pity on them faces when they saw me. Now, the only kind of woman that gets interested in me are them goddamn dumper moles, and I can't seem to get nothing better.
Dumper mole?
Oh, for Pete's sake, you telling me you don't know what a goddamn dumper mole is?
I don't know. Dumper mole, I don't know what that is.
Well, I'll put her this way. If you ain't never brought home a dumper mole into your bed that you picked up on Filthy Fridays at Moe's Tavern, God bless you. Anyway, something's wrong, Eli. I can produce enough gas in a 1,000-square-foot room, knock out a family of goddamn hyenas. My gut hurts, Eli. I eat a meal and it feels like a bunch of sea urchins are having a damn Mardi Gras fiesta in my gut. There's bile salts leaking out of my ears.
Okay, wait, hold on. Bile salts leaking out of the ears? That's not even possible.
I'll tell you what's goddamn possible or not.
Okay, yes, sorry. Continue.
The pain makes me cry. And the tears are so hot they leave scars on my face.
Oof, okay.
When I take a piss, sweet Jesus, taking a piss feels like liquid hellfire being shot out my pecker. I could go on, but I know you want to hear what my diet's like, so I guess I'll tell you that. It's why I'm so confused, because I'm doing exactly what my great-granddaddy taught me. But I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, sorry, give me a second. Just taking notes on some of the symptoms that you're telling me about. And man, seems like you're dealing with a lot here, brother. I'm sorry to hear that you're having to go through that. But okay, yeah. So just tell me a little bit about what your typical diet's like. You know, what's your breakfast like? Your dinners, whatever other routines you go through in the day. Just give me a rundown of what's going on in your life in that capacity.
All right, I suppose I'll start with breakfast. First thing in the morning, I have me a glass of water.
Okay, so far so good.
And vinegar.
Ooh, okay.
Get the digestion primed, as they say. Then I take about 5 eggs, toss them in a blender with the shell. Blend that some bitch up, pour out in the pan. Toss in some canned beans, castor oil, touch of rum, and a big dollop of ketchup. Then I cook her all up, take some thick slices of old cheese, make me a good old man sandwich of the whole goddamn lot.
Wow. All right. Probably won't be too difficult to piece together why you're feeling all the symptomology, but sorry, continue.
After breakfast, I take a shower and spend the next hour picking mushrooms out of my chest. For lunch, I get going with a hefty serving of smoked buzzard.
Smoked buzzard?
Add a little salt, pepper, corned beef, wet and sloppy from the can, and a sprig or two of lettuce.
Okay.
I do like me some apples, too, which might make your approval.
Okay.
Yeah, I take me some apples for dessert, slice them up, fry them up in whale oil, and then I eat them with a little cashew.
Wait, whoa. Whale oil? What?
Yeah.
Where the hell are you getting whale oil? Were you born in the Victorian era? What the hell?
Son, there are things about my past that are so dark, you drop a payload in your sissy fruity tights if I told you.
I gotta say though, like that kind of stuff, that would be important for me to know as well. So I don't know if you feel like it, then yeah, please give me an idea of what kind of trauma we're talking about in the past, because I mean that can influence how you experience all these symptoms right now. So any details might help. Whatever you can tell me.
Well, me and my daddy was living our lives out on a small ranch there in the countryside. But the government offered us a pretty penny to surrender our land. And so after the Louisiana Purchase, my daddy got depressed and started drinking.
Okay, sorry. Whoa. Okay, the Louisiana Purchase? We're talking the beginning of the 1800s. How
I was angry at Daddy.
Okay.
So I left home. As I made my way across the frontier, I was attacked by a sniveling bunch of hoo-whacks, and I managed to remove the brood sack off one of them bastards, and they all took off.
A hoo-whack?
Christ, you mean to tell me you don't know what a goddamn hoo-whack is, boy? You goddamn green schlongs don't know a damn thing. You embarrass me. And story time is over.
Okay.
For dinner, I have deep-fried Gouda cheese and the same whale oil I done cooked up them apples in earlier in the day. Serve that up with some steamed watermelon and sugar and a side of cat liver.
Oh, no.
We get them critters all over the place where I live. I used to enjoy this type of corn cake they used to make when I spent some time in Germany, but I ain't had none of that since the 30 Years' War.
The 30 Years' War, that's the middle of the 1600s.
Some days I take me white Wonder Bread, coat that some up in Crisco and grill her on a fireplace with a bit of Tabasco sauce and some deer lymph. That about does it for my routine. And, like I said, I've seen a bunch of your videos, and I consider myself a man. And I eat like a goddamn man. What I want to know is, how do I stop feeling like death itself and a side of pounded dog meat trampled by a goddamn freight train every day? If you're telling me I gotta give up a whole bunch of crap that I'm doing now and take up some sissy plant garbage, you got another goddamn thing coming, Buster.
Okay, well, okay, so there's a problem here, right? All right, so what you're telling me is that you've got all this symptomology. You do want to change. You don't want to feel like pounded dog feces that's been run over by a freight train. You feel like death incarnate. Everything seems to be going wrong. Looking over your symptomology, and there's a lot that seems to indicate that there are some complications, some serious congestion and elimination issues, some constipation as well. So there's a lot here to deal with. And if you're also telling me that you are not willing to make any changes in what you're doing, that I can only be so effective, right? Because you will, if you are invested in making some of these changes, you are going to have to take a look at some of the things that you're doing in your diet life. I can tell you right now, I've never seen a diet that was more antithetical to health and health maintenance than what you've given me here that you do every day. Okay, I know that's not what you want to hear. I can actually hear you grumbling. Okay, so this is what I would say. All right. Here's the good news: is you're alive. All right. At least you're alive. And as far as I can tell, apparently you may have rubbed shoulders with Francis Bacon at some point, in which case I'll probably have some more questions for you after this consultation.
That man had an obsession with pregnant ponies.
Okay, we'll have to talk about that after. But yeah, in summary, I mean, I've never come across a diet as plagued with biological sin as yours. And so it's not a surprise that you're experiencing this whole range of symptomology that you are. So I think this is what I'm going to do. Instead of giving you a whole bunch of tweaks and adjustments that might be a little uncomfortable, because I don't know exactly where your headspace is. So this is what I think I'm going to do. Just start with a bit of an encapsulation of how this whole game works, this health game. Because if you look out there in the world, all right, next time you're at home, just have a second, just take a look out your window and take a look at any natural formation around you, all right? Whether you're out near the ravine or the stream, or you can see some trees or see the grass growing outside, just observe that and take it in a special moment of quiet contemplation. There's a recurring theme in the natural world where it seems that nature's used a formula to bring about harmony and balance and perfect mathematical order in all of nature's creations. Yeah? And if you've ever wondered or marveled at how a tiny seed, for example, can grow into a fully grown oak tree, right? Because it's magic. And that magic, that intelligence, that intelligent structural design that goes into the makeup of all created things in the universe, or on this planet, if you want to stay on the planet, right? It also is responsible for building up your body. And it builds up your body in accordance with very, very strict and fine laws of harmony. A harmoniously running program, who, if we allow it to operate in full, then what we find in our body is we get the same type of natural harmony that wants to express itself. But the only trouble is that when we interfere with that natural unfolding of harmony, right, of this intelligent creative harmony that comes and fuels the entire planet that we live on, what happens is we interfere with that. And it is the amount of interference, it's the proportion of interference in that special program that translates into the richness and the quantity of the symptoms that we experience in life as health complications. Now, that's very helpful for us because it tells us something. And what it tells us is that what we've experienced, right, that uncomfortable range of symptomology that we're experiencing, what it tells us is that that is something that we have brought on ourselves. That's something that only we, with our lifestyles, whether we were aware that we were hurting ourselves or not, that is a result of us. It's not the natural harmony running through us. It's not something that just happens to us. It's us hurting ourselves through our ignorance of what truly furnishes health and vitality.
You calling me stupid, boy?
No, I'm not. I'm just sorry. It's just that there are health concepts that are really not promulgated too often in health culture. So the first little bit of homework that I have for you, and it's not even any dietary tweak, it's nothing like that. Next time you're out in the park, I want you to really look at everything. Just observe the natural world around you, the natural order around you, and I want you to think about it. I just want you to dwell on what could possibly be responsible for that much order in the natural world around you. The magic and the majesty of how plants grow, how a rock was formed, the plenitude of life. I just want you to take it in and saturate yourself with a humble amazement. And if you do, you also have to recognize that that same power of harmonization is also locked into you, yourself, your body. And that at any time of your choosing, you can reflect the harmony in any natural setting that you see in your body, so long as we do the right thing. But that's in time, we'll get there. Now, in practical terms, yeah, I could say stop doing all of the things that you're doing in your diet right now and replace every single item that you told me that you eat with some sort of fruit or vegetable or nut or seed. I could tell you to do that, and that might be very difficult and very challenging for you, okay? At this stage of the game, it probably would make no difference how you replaced anything in this diet with some of those natural foods like fruits, vegetables, or nuts and seeds. It probably wouldn't matter how you replaced them. So long as you did, you would probably be doing better. But all I'd like you to do for now is a couple things. I want you to do that nature observation exercise and just take it in. And I also want you to dwell on when you take it in, understand that if you see beauty out there, if you see harmony, if you see things working in perfect order, I also want you to internalize that and know that that is the same internal beautiful harmony that's working within you. But we mess up if we do things like dump, what was it that you told me? 5 eggs with the shell. Oh, Jesus. And then in the blender with castor oil and rum. Okay. Well,
wipe that goddamn smile off your face.
Sorry. So if that's what we're talking about and we're adding that to that wonderful environment of harmony, then you got to imagine that things are going to be less beautiful, less ideal, less harmonious. And I just want you to internalize that and think about that. And I want to leave you with one last thing here, because we started this conversation with you rhyming off all of the different ways that you're experiencing health complications in your life. And I sympathize with you because it sounds like you're in a lot of pain and discomfort. Remember this, all things in life, okay? All things in life, they are all subject to the goodness, the grandeur, and the glory of the creative intelligence of nature. And because that force is eternally good, what it does is it seeks to bring all organisms to that state of balance and harmony. And it does that by giving us an incredible and immense gift. And that gift expresses itself in our lives in a duality, the same duality that characterizes all of physical creation. Man, woman, beautiful, ugly, large, small, thin, thick, hot, cold, on and on it goes. And because that force is trying to instill perfect harmony and goodness and ease and comfort and happiness in your body, it has to give you a radar, a barometer with which to tell you and convey to you, the organism, when things are not going right. And as much as it might feel at the time like mushrooms growing out of the chest, or the hot liquid hellfire coming out of you in the urine, or when we find we're only attracting whatever it is you said, the goddamn dumper moles. You see, when we have these effects in our lives, they feel like curses, but they really are a blessing in some way, because it's only the loving, intelligent force in our body that's able to recognize when things are wrong, when you are doing something wrong. It tries to tell you about it and bring it to your attention by giving you this whole cluster of things that feel bad, things that feel uncomfortable. And so if we're getting down on ourselves, if we're feeling rotten, if we're feeling crummy, if we're feeling disappointed in ourselves, if we're feeling sorry for ourselves, what we should do is start to feel gratitude for feeling the things that we are. You can only fix a problem if you know what it is, if you can actually identify what the problem is. And our bodies identify very clearly for us that there is a problem. So that is the gift. And so we use the gift to be able to know that there's something to be fixed. And when we do, the original blessing of the disease or the infirmity finally dawns on us. And it's a beautiful system, and it works in you just like it works in myself and everybody else out there in the world. And I hope that one day soon you can start to experience in your life the beauty and the grandeur and the glory of having a semblance of harmony characterize your life. It's a wonderful thing, and it will happen for you. Just give it time, be patient, love yourself, reach out for help from myself or anybody else out there who could help you out. Keep in touch and check in with me later. All right, brother?
Well, that's a hell of a lot to take in. I'm gonna have to do me some thinking. I'll be in touch, and maybe I'll chat with you again soon.
Yeah, of course, anytime. You just let me know.
There is one last thing that I gotta ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Suppose it's one of them evenings where I do happen to find myself entertained by the company of a goddamn dumper mole.
Okay. Yeah.
You got any tips for dropping anchor and uncorking a Dewey popper?
Oh, good God. Yeah. What?
Hefty serving of smoked buzzard. Fry 'em up in whale oil and then eat 'em with a little cashew butter.
Whale?